How have you been? Long time.
Yes, things have been wonderful.
All right. My interface might be looking a little different because I'm using my phone today instead of the laptop. So there's
No
some
problem.
issue with the laptop, right? So it might be looking a little weird or awkward. Just bear with it for today.
No problem. Yes, it's fine.
All right. All right. So we're meeting after quite a long time. I hope all is well with you.
Everything is pretty well.
Great, great. So you are someone who has a YouTube channel, isn't it? That's what you told me last time, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, I do have a channel.
Uh-huh. How is it going? Like how is the subscribership? How is the engagements and all that? I mean, just curious to know about your YouTube journey until now.
Since then, my channel has mushroomed and it is getting a bit popularity too.
Okay, all right. Um, so let's start with the topic for today. Have you checked it, by the way? I haven't. Because I logged in immediately. I was a little late. I logged in at 3:01, so I couldn't check it. Have you checked it, by the way?
Yes, yes, I did see that. Yes.
What was it, by the way? If you could remind me, please.
Hmm. It is about reading books.
Reading
Reading.
books versus television. But let's talk about books in general. I don't know how much of a reader you are, or if at all you're a reader, or if you're an avid reader. We can talk about a lot of things, right? Is there a particular category of books you like? Well, first of all, are you a book reader? I mean, do you engage in books at all?
Now I do not do it, but earlier I used to do it a lot. Now I am a person who reads a newspaper a lot.
Oh wow, nice. Oh, that's interesting. So do you read a physical newspaper, or do you read these e-portals?
I go for both whenever I have time, or if I have spare time. I
Hmm,
always go for paper that I buy basis
hmm. Okay, all
physically.
right. Hmm. And what is the daily newspaper that arrives at your home?
It's the Hindustan Times.
Understand that. Quite a popular one, especially after they have brought around some changes in the way they have they print their papers. The kind of artistic, creative designs they put into it that makes it very appealing in a way.
Yes.
What makes you go for papers? Like nowadays, to be honest, most people don't read newspapers, right? Unfortunately, though, especially the younger generation, the Gen Z generation. One of the
Mhm.
reasons that the applications available, for example, in shorts, you just have to read like for 30 seconds, you read something and the get to know the gist of it. And it makes it easy, in bite-sized chunks, they use it, they read it, and that's when you realize that you don't have to really go through a whole newspaper. So but you still go for it. So what made you go for newspapers?
So I always find it scintillating whenever I read a newspaper. I usually get lost in reading. And I feel whenever I read a newspaper, it rejuvenates me.
Hmm.
And somewhere I think I have developed this habit. Without reading a newspaper, I don't gain confidence. The
Okay.
confidence speaking. When I read a newspaper before this conversation, I was
Mhm.
reading, and I mostly read about city, that it's all about celebrities. So I always start reading a newspaper
Hmm.
with city. Yes.
Okay, all right. And the idea of reading a newspaper comes with focus. You cannot read a newspaper unless you're focused, because these days we are 30-second, 90-second reels generation, right? We are a part of a digital life where 90 seconds is the max we can hold on to a video. After that, we actually skip it, even if it's an interesting video. um, in such times, being an avid newspaper reader uh, really speaks a lot about an individual's personality, to be able to attend to things, to be able to be focusing on things. How did you develop this? Did you develop through choice, or is it habit, or you were inspired? How did you develop this ability to focus?
I think I enjoy reading a newspaper, or when you enjoy doing any activity, you don't need to force yourself. You get that intuition within you. You get that feeling within you. So same goes with me. Whenever I have leisure time, I like to read a newspaper. As I said, sir, it usually happens. Whenever I read a newspaper,
Hmm.
I really lose the track of time. I really do not know how quickly time passes by.
Wow, lovely.
Yes, so this is what I do, and there is also a purpose to read a newspaper. Whenever I read a
Hmm.
newspaper, I always ascertain a large number of vocabulary, a large number of new words.
Hmm.
So for me, this is also the reason. In order
Wow.
to expand my vocabulary, in order to update myself, so that's how I
Hmm.
read.
Right. One one tip I would like to give you as a suggestion is whenever you're reading something, we often tend to pick up words.
Hmm.
Correct? If we are attentive and if we are a little observant, what we do, we pick up words because in the back of the mind we are thinking of developing a sound vocabulary. But in the same time, it's important that we also focus on the whole expression, on the whole sentence, how that word has been used, in what context it has been used. Words can be changed completely when the context changes, right? So reading that whole sentence with the context will give you a better understanding of how to use that word in different ways. Correct? So I'm sure you may
Yeah.
be doing this already, but if not, then you can try this out. Our conditioning is such that we focus on words as learners of a language, but I would say that focusing on the words with the whole sentence is more important. It's
Yes.
not just about building vocabulary, it's also about knowing how to use those words and when and in what context and in the different variations of using the same word. Yeah.
Yes. Right. Right.
Right. Sure. um All right. So tell me something new that you are following on the news. Since you're a news reader, I'm sure you're following something, some story that has been continuously, that's been there for some time.
As I said, I always love reading about celebrities' lifestyle, what they are
Hmm.
doing, what movies they are the part of,
Hmm.
and where they are going. And I was reading about one of the finest actors, Richa Chadda. Yes, so she shared that she is going to be a mother
Okay.
next
All
year.
right.
She is having a baby. So this is
Right.
what I got to. So
Mhm.
like this, I get to know about celebrities,
Hmm.
that what movie they are prepping for, what other things or what lifestyle they have. This is what I read about. Yes.
Well, why not? And is there any particular celebrity that you kind of look forward to their news? I mean, they're getting to know about their life or lifestyle. Like there are so many celebrity news on a piece of paper in front of you, but if that celebrity is there, you feel
Hmm.
like, oh, let me do that first. Is there any such celebrity or any such celebrities that you can think of?
It is unequivocal. I always go for Salman Khan.
Okay, all right.
Wherever I am or whatever little time I have, whenever
Hmm.
I try to read paper, or if
Hmm.
I encounter any article about Salman Khan, I love reading that.
Hmm. Okay, all right. And there's a cult following for certain artists. For example, Bhaijan is one of them, or Shahrukh Khan is one of them. Yeah, or
Yes.
these days Instagram influencers, YouTube influencers also have a bit of a cult following. Let's say Bhuvan Bam, BBK Vines, or
Hmm.
Munawar Faruqi. Now he became the Big Boss winner. So, what really constitutes fandom according to you? Like, what makes people crave for a certain person's news or their views? Like as a fan of Salman Khan or as a fan of any celebrity that you adore, tell me what is that makes a person a celebrity's fan? Why do they adore them, admire them? What qualities, what things, what really attracts them? What are those things?
Okay, so it's all about who you follow,
Hmm.
and we always have our own people to follow. We always have our own celebrities. Like, I'm an admirer of Salman Khan.
Hmm.
So whenever I read about anything, I feel I learn something from him.
Hmm.
When it comes to gymnasium, when it comes to fitness,
Hmm.
I feel I should make a little similar type of body like Salman Khan.
Right.
This That's why I follow him. The second important thing is he is the most generous person.
Hmm.
So I like to be like him.
Hmm.
This and it sounds offbeat that earlier it was my dream to speak like Salman Khan.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
now I got to know he does not speak very well. I'm sorry
Yeah.
to say. Yes. Now, in terms of learning English, I do
Mhm.
follow Shah Rukh Khan. I have found that now my penny has dropped. My understanding has also developed. Now I know Shah Rukh Khan speaks way more better than Salman Khan. So these were the reasons, and that's how we follow our own celebrities. We
Right.
have we somewhere I feel that we find something in common. Okay, and I'm not very tall. I feel that Salman
Hmm.
Khan is also not very tall. That's why I have a similar liking. I have a liking for him.
Relatability, you find a relatability in him. Interesting. See, this is what makes people fall for certain people because they find some element of relatability,
See,
right? Maybe they come from humble backgrounds, and the fan also comes from a humble background. Maybe they come from the same caste or religion or
right.
even the locality where they come from, or even height, right? As you mentioned, correct? So if there is anything that you would like in your admired celebrities to do more often, like you
Hmm.
said that Salman Khan is very generous, like you would like
Yes.
to see more generous charitable acts from him, or maybe is to maybe for Shah Rukh Khan to speak more eloquently on different stages. Like what all things would you want for them to do more that you desire out of them?
Okay. Now Salman Khan is not making movies. I
Hmm.
would like to be possible. So this is, and I want him to go out. I want him to be the part of other television shows. Earlier, he used to host Big Das Kadam, Big
Hmm.
Boss, and I
Hmm.
want to see in that. When it comes to Shah Rukh Khan, I want to meet him and I want to have a conversation with him in English.
Wow. Okay, but as a admirer, as a fan, when your celebrity doesn't do good, or is sometimes shown in a bad light, or
Hmm.
is accused of doing something which isn't really good. For example, Shah Rukh Khan's behavior in Wankhede as a drunk person,
Right.
or Salman Khan's run over on that street, whatever that happened, that accident or whatever call it. When you go through that, or when you see that shade of a personality,
Hmm.
does it disillusion you sometimes? Does it make you feel like this is a heartbreak, or it's just simply feeling a little sad about him, or sad about following him? Like what how does it influence your thinking or influence your admiration towards that person?
Hmm. So I always take a right stance.
Hmm.
If someone is doing wrong, I would always say that is wrong.
Hmm.
But if he is doing something good, I would certainly appreciate that. So I'm a
Hmm.
kind of person who never ever follow suit. If something is right, I would say that is right. If something is wrong, I would say wrong. Yes, whatever Salman Khan did in the past,
Hmm.
that was, but he has completely changed now.
Hmm.
He has become the best person I feel now, or the best actor now.
Hmm.
So I'm very particular about it. If they do anything wrong, I would say yes, they must not have done that. They should apologize to people, whatever they have done.
Hmm. Interesting. And now there's a culture of celebritizing people who don't even deserve to be celebrities, right? Obviously, the big stars, the great actors. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about people who simply have really nothing to do with stardom, but they are there because either because of their skin show, or either they were a part of a group where they could get easy access, or they are
Right.
simply vulgar in their language, in their dressing, in their clothing, or whatever. You can find hundreds of ways to go viral these days. So, what do you think about this whole culture of creating fandom with when you don't even deserve fans? What do you think
Mm.
of this?
Okay, so I only feel that people follow others blindly.
Yeah.
Any video is going viral, that video will also come to me by my friends.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm not going to change my perception. Earlier it happened, it might be wrong to name anyone,
Mm.
because their fans will be after my life, and I am very particular what I say and I think before
Mm.
I say any, because this is the beginning of my career and I don't
Right.
want to ruin. Last time Alvish Yadav was here and he's good for nothing. And there are other celebrities like that. I must not say they are celebrities, but they are made celebrities by their fans.
Correct.
And now the taste of people has completely changed. I don't know what they really want, what they really look for, and they admire these people.
Correct.
If they, and he was also accused of like he was making people take drugs, and he and sir, I feel people are not well educated. People
Mm.
don't give importance to education. If you are educated, you know what is right and what is wrong, and you
Right.
have a different mindset. You do not see things through others' glasses. You have your own spectacles to see things.
Right.
But this trend is going on. People are damn crazy. They don't know who is right, who is good, who is not good, who they need to follow. And there is one more person, Karim Anate, and he makes fun of everyone. He speaks ill of everyone,
Right.
and people follow him blindly. One day
Correct.
he was condemning the Sadguru. I really admire Sadguru, and I feel that when I'm in a problem, whenever I watch his videos, I certainly come out of that problem, and I feel I'm filled with a lot of energy, a lot of positivity.
Correct.
But these
Correct.
people are gaining popularity where they do nothing. Punit is also there. What he does, that he lies on in drain water, and wherever he sees the
Mm.
garbage, he becomes a
People
part
do
of.
all kinds of nonsense to get their own thing viral. Yeah, agreed. Anyway, thanks for bringing that out. I think it needs more discussion. I think it needs more uh, talking around what kind of people are we following and why are we following, what is triggering us and how are they using our triggers to get fandom, right? All right, I have to move to the laptop because my phone may die, right? So we've completed our time. Thank you for the day. Let's meet once again soon. Okay. All right.
Take care. Yes, bye.
Thank you, Sunil. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye bye.